Hello Minecrafters, and welcome to episode 15 of our Direwolf 20 Let's Play series. We're going to go ahead and jump right on in as soon as I can get back in my body here. Wanted to recap a couple of things. In the last episode, let's see, I want to change the blaze here. In the last episode, actually, it was the episode before last. Let's see, it was Kind Kevin, 67, suggested using the vacuum hopper from Open Blocks to a drum or tank or whatever. I have used them before, thought it was a great idea. Normally they work really well, but for some reason I can't get them to work. Normally whenever you right click and like it'll pull the stuff into the hopper, but I can't get it to output. Normally you can go to here and click. Oh, it is doing it now. Okay, I guess you got to double click. Sweet, never mind, it's working. But I did want to give a shout out to Kind Kevin 67 for making the suggestion. I've used them before. Don't know why I couldn't get that little thing to connect earlier, but there you go, it's working now. But anyways, I did want to give him a shout out because, like I've said, I do read the comments. And lovely, it's raining. Disadvantage to being ablaze outside. It will rain on your parade. Alright, so we'll go into a bat and get back in the house, because we do have a few other things to go over. If you'll notice over here real quick, it looks like this thing blew up, but actually it didn't. What I did is I took the harvester out, or no, not the harvester, took the grinder out and made a little room. Guess I can go ahead and do this. And made a little bit of room here so that I could manually kill the Enderman. The reason being is because in our other episode we made the Ender. And we actually upgraded it to first level, and then off camera I went ahead and upgraded it the rest of the way as far as power is concerned. I went ahead and put in the level, or the tier 1, 2, and 3 capacitors from Ender.io. Each one you craft it, you put it in the blacksmith anvil. It uses levels. I think a couple of times it was 20 levels, one of them was 30 levels, to increase the RF storage. It really doesn't give anything else other than that, other than the additional RF storage after you use the, oh, what is the other one called? The initial one is the vibrant crystal, and that's the one where you have to use the vibrant alloy nuggets along with the emerald. Once you use this and get the abilities on it, the rest of the upgrades just give it more power storage. But the fact that it is able to store 50,000 RF is really handy, considering 75% of your damage is absorbed by power. So one of the issues that I have been having, if I can get to the right screen here, one of the issues that I've been having was getting the heads from the Enderman, because quite a few of the recipes that I wanted to work on required that. And in one of the episodes I did say that I had collected a lot of ender pearls, and I had even collected about 2 stacks manually using a cleaver, which is a 20% chance to behead, and had gotten 0 Enderman heads. So what I did is we crafted this, made the Ender I believe it was in the last episode, and then, like I said, off camera I upgraded it. I went through the spawner manually killing Enderman until I got another 2 stacks and ended up with 6 Enderman heads. So the Ender is definitely going to be key in getting the Ender heads that are required for some of the recipes that we're wanting to work on. First one in case, let's see, I'm looking for it. The Dimensional Transceiver. This we will be using to transport energy from one place to another. Reason being, switch back to bat since it's raining outside. And I need to eat too, and I dropped off a bunch of my stuff. There we go. Steak courtesy of our cow farm. Let's see. That one's still full. This one's running. One of the things I'm finding is I'm running low on capacitor banks because I've got them dispersed all over the place. That one's about 2/3, don't like that. I do know the one that is doing all of our cobble compression, if I'm not mistaken, is empty. But that's 3 of our capacitor banks that are dispersed out and about. And so what that does is it decreases the stores that we have. So we need to start looking at a way to send our power out and about without using up all our stores. But one of the things I'd mentioned was being able to drop this and be able to pretty much immediately pick it back up almost full of power. And so since I had an empty one, I wanted to go ahead and show you that. As see, no longer than it was down, and you're at 4.2 million. So it is really handy for that aspect. And like I said last time, when you drop it, it's going to average the power of all of them. And then whenever you pick it back up, it's going to take that percentage of the power with it. So for that aspect, it is very handy. But we need to start looking at a way to be able to transport power from our power generation here down there. That way we're not using a capacitor bank here, one over there at our spawner, one underground running this. Now this area is an area I made for this little farm. The actual layout is one I came up with playing around with AutoCAD, trying to figure out the most efficient use, because each of these has to be next to a water block, and I didn't want just a whole line of water through, so I was trying to figure out the most efficient way, and that came out pretty good. I actually went 1 block further than I meant to, or actually I set this 1 block further back, but so it's not quite reaching this last row, but like I said, that is going to be about as efficient as you can get as far as placement. So we've got a harvester over here, and it doesn't take the bottom one. As soon as these come up, like you just saw there, as soon as about time it comes up, and why have I got you in there? That figures you'd ruin that. Well, I guess we'll find out if that will plow for us. So, but anyways, where was I? But the harvester will not take the bottom one, so you don't have to replant. And the reason I wanted to do this is because we're going to be making paper and books and things like that later on, and I wanted to go ahead and get up a stock of this. That way, hopefully in the next episode or 2, we'll be able to go ahead and start working on one of my next plans, which is doing some enchanting. And if you've been watching some of the episodes, you'll notice that I keep on grabbing these every time I come by, and what I really need to do is put a harvester on that way it's constantly farming those back out, but just one of those other things I haven't gotten around to doing yet. So next thing up, we want to work on the Dimensional Transceiver. We got electrical steel, fused quartz, and a tier 3 capacitor. And I think I know I've got some of the stuff made. Electrical steel, Gonna need 8 of those. That's fused. Was it fused quartz that I needed? Yep, fused quartz. Need those. I thought I had some capacitors because I took them back out of the 3 crafters that I had, because I realized that while it made them craft a whole lot faster, I didn't really need the speed because I wasn't getting cobble in that fast. So let me get a few of these things together and get a few of the things crafted up, and then we'll throw this together and start playing around with the Dimensional Transceiver. I'll be right back. Okay, I got a few things together. Hopefully I've got enough to get this stuff going. One of the first things we're going to need to do is to make some solarium. I think that's what it's called. Oh shoot, no. Did not want you to do that. No, stop it. Okay. I did a bunch of mining. So I had a bunch of stuff up here. And we're going to need some gold. But I don't need electrum. Okay. I think it's right. Now, alloys only. Throw the soul sand and those 2. Solarium. Okay. What else do I need? I gotta have the solarium, silicon, Enderman head. Oh, that's right. I can only do 1 at a time. Fiber and alloy. Gonna have to have 2 more of those. Alright, so let me go grab a couple more things here. Because I need 2 more soul sand. Did I go with the 2 gold? Vibrant. And 2 more silicon. Silicone. Potato. Okay. That was that. And that there. And that. Okay, that's my ender resonator. Then I need, well, I can do it right here. Let's see what we got. Alright, we got our ender resonator, electrical steel, that, oh, those, and what's the little thing in the middle? Vibrant crystal, soul vial. Oh wait, I need a second one. Oh, that's where my redstone went. I forgot all about that. Okay, what was I doing? Oh. And it actually took me a little longer because of those. Having to find emeralds can be painful, actually. Alright, now it's saying that on this, I've got to go to the soul binder and add to a vibrant crystal a soul vial filled with an Enderman. So we're going to use our Enderman spawner down here, because all we need are 2 Endermen. So this should actually be fairly easy. Now what do you know, it did plow that little spot. So cool. Alright, so I want that in the hotbar. We'll cut that on. And I've got power, I've got mob essence up top, so we should get an Enderman here in just a minute. There's one. And I'll turn around here and cut that off and grab another one, and then we'll just go ahead and might help I got the right weapon. Ta-da! And another ender pearl. Sweet. Alright. And I am working on a little bit of remodeling. So I actually made a way to get into the house from here. I'm not done with it yet, so don't be too critical. But it's working out pretty decent. That way I don't have to fly up to get in the house. And we go to the soul binder. And that was a vibrant crystal. Can I put two? Nope. And that. Oh wow, that takes levels. Well, at least I got them. Alright, and I want to bring you over here. Let that charge. And click this, and you'll probably see my 23 go to 13. Just like her. Huh, it went to 17. I thought it said it was going to take 10. Yeah, it says 10. I'm at 17. Well, that's weird. Okay, well, anyways, there you go. So now we have our ender crystals, and I'm going to swipe that back, put it back over here, because I think I'll use that more than the other. Come over here, drop these in, and we get our dimensional transceivers. And I'll just take... Actually, I want to put you on... Yeah, I think I'll put you on this end. That way I can still go further down there. Wow, this is totally changed. Max IO, max input output, 200 or 20,480 RF a tick. Local buffer, upkeep. Yeah, this is totally interesting. I guess this is a filter where you can filter what you're sending and receiving. At least that would be my guess. Cool. Items, liquid, rail. That's interesting. So I'm gonna guess this one's power. So we'll name it power. We'll name that main power. Leave it a private channel and add it. And we want to send on main power. And let's see, it's nighttime. And we'll go over here and hook up this other one just to kind of make sure it's going to work. Because honestly, I've not even looked at these since all the version updates on Ender.io. Honestly, I'd not even thought about it changing, so I guess it all gonna be right. And we want to receive on main power. Well, it changed colors. So that's still full. That seems to be running. That seems to be running. We do have an overage on seeds, and those are dropping in here like they should. We're still running at the speed of our wheat production as far as that goes. Now I'm not going to worry about trying to place a block. I'll just turn into a bat. on the off chance it starts raining again. Alright, so now I can, I guess, work toward getting power over here. Tell you what, you dig through there. Which direction do I want to go? That'll work. Well, I didn't want to take that one out. Alright. I'll put that one back. So I can just come out there, over here, and run around right into there. Should be able to do that. So we'll go back to the house and see if we have any power cable left over. If not, we can cook some up real quick and start bringing these back to the house. Let's see. Well, I'll go ahead and check in here real quick, because if not, I'll need to take some stuff down there to cook up. Oh, I put my vials back in here. And one real handy thing about these soul vials is you can not only just collect, but you can also transport. And you can pick up hostile mobs, you can pick up dormant, or not dormant, but friendly mobs, whatever. Whereas, if I'm not mistaken, with the lasso, you can only pick up friendlies. You can't pick up any hostile or anything like that. So, handy thing about those soul vials. And not seeing, well, 3. Yeah, that's not going to do a whole lot. And need conductive iron, which, if I'm not mistaken, is just iron and redstone, and it is. And I'm going to cook up a little bit of it, but I'm not going to do too much, because now that I've actually got some ender pearls, it's going to be close to time to upgrade our power cables, or power conduits. I'm going to go at least 2nd gen, maybe go ahead and go to 3rd gen. I don't need that much power yet, but I mean, I really don't see the need in upgrading to 2nd gen just to have to upgrade it again later. So, alright, so I got that cooking, and go ahead and find my binder. As you can see, of course, I am still extremely disorganized. I've been trying to focus so much on doing other things. Now, where is my binder? And the issue I'm having here is I'm still getting more Certus quartz. I have yet to find a single charged one yet. I did go on Twitch and I caught Fireball, who is one of the mods for the Applied Energistics 2. I caught him doing live stream, and I asked him just to make sure, and you do have to have at least 1 charged Certus quartz before you can make the others, because the charger, or the device that you can use, and I believe it is called the charger, yeah, the charger for Applied Energistics, this is what you have to have in order to charge an in order to charge a Certus quartz. Well, to make it, you have to have either a pure Fluix crystal or a regular Fluix crystal. Well, to make a pure Fluix crystal, you have to drop a Fluix seed in order, for the pure. In order to make the regular Fluix crystal, you have to drop a charged Certus quartz in. So either way, you have to have a charged Certus quartz, which is it's a world find, but it's rare. I just didn't realize how rare it was going to be. So anyways, I was looking for something. Binder. And I'm sure, oh, there's some. I was getting ready to say, I'm sure a couple of you have already seen it, saying, it's right there. You've been by it 4 times. because that's just how I roll. All right. I'll say I know I put it in my bag. Okay. And I'm trying to keep the same theme. And also, I've got this spaced well enough so I'll have a floor, a buffer layer, and then the ceiling. Because I don't think I'm going to make this area any bigger. But what I'll do is if I run out of room here, then I'll just branch out to this area. And this actually goes back even with how far back the other goes. And then I'll end up making some pressure pads there, just like I did on the other area. That figures. I hate landing on that. And I was coming over here to run the power. Got a little lag there. Okay, where was it? Okay, so this was it. Wonder, I bet I can hit that from here. Maybe. Oh, I did hit it. Cool. All right, so that should now be powered. Now, if you're wondering about these are extra blocks that I had to put in because of the water up above me. That was one that, but if I pull this one out, it's got a block of, or it's got a source block of water over it, so don't really want to do that. Okay. That's 2 in from there. Oh wait. No, I do need to do that. There we go. So I should be able to pull the power off of that one. And I don't run this one as often, so I think I'll leave that just battery powered for now, or capacitor powered, however you want to call it. Oh shoot, didn't want to turn you. Okay. Hit you without the wrench. And you've still got power. Hopefully everything over here, yeah, everything over here looks like it's got power. You're gathering XP, you've got power. I'm getting essence. You're keeping power. So it looks like we've got our power moved over here. So it looks like all that's running correctly. I do want to look more into those dimensional transceivers and see what all they have, what all they're capable of doing now, because from the looks of this menu, there's a lot more they can do now. So I want to look into those and kind of find out, you know, exactly what all they're up to now. I'm really interested to see what we can use that for. I know that there was a track put in that's supposed to work with railcraft, so you can teleport, you know, carts and stuff to other areas. But that's pretty cool. And over here, I wonder if I should move that closer over here. That way I can just run it direct. But we're getting some quite a bit of cobble done over here. So as you can see, I took the level 3 capacitors out of each of these, and they're all keeping up. So I'm not going to worry about trying to boost the speed on those. Let's see. But yeah, I think we're moving on along. I don't know of anything else I need to go. Well, I need to put that battery back down here. Well, I call it a battery, it's a capacitor. Alright, so we got a storage of 40,000 now. Doesn't take long at all to fill that up either. That's cool. We have our ability to send power remotely. We've got our power backup. I did have to move the pump, and I'm going to want to switch over. So kind of got a little blank hole over here. But as you can see, I had to move the pump over here, and we're already starting to fill this area in. So, but yeah, I was running here and it quit. So I guess it had dried up that area. So now I moved it over here, and well, it'll run till it stops, and we'll move it again, and we'll just turn the nether into stone. Might start looking at some different power gen. I've been tempted to play around some with the big reactors and possibly the turbines. See what we can do with that. I definitely want to get into the A, but I've got to find that charged Certus quartz before I want to get started on that too much. I know that I can do some basic things with it, but once I get started with it, I'd like to go ahead and roll it out pretty good. So I don't want to just, you know, get a little bit up and then have to stop until I find the rest. So kind of holding off, hoping I can find that charged Certus quartz so we can start it that way. I will have to start searching the world for meteors so I can get some of the inscription plates. That'll definitely be a need here before too long. I didn't mean to take that down. And what other tool goes up there? Whatever it is, I must have taken it out of my bag. Yeah, I ain't worried about it right now. But if I'm not mistaken, well, I forgot to start my timer, but I think we're about done on time, or pretty close to it anyways. I'm going to go ahead and cut the episode here. Hopefully this has been of some help. It's been a little quick, but I think I got some stuff covered that was kind of, don't want to really say a roadblock, but definitely a stepping stone for us. Being able to move power longer distances without having to move batteries back or capacitors back and forth. The dimensional transporter, or dimensional, shoot, why do I always forget that one? Dimensional transceiver? Ah, there we go. The dimensional transceiver is definitely a handy item. As I said in one of my other episodes, I like the Tesseract, but the fact that it uses 25% of your power when you send power, whereas the dimensional transceiver, if I'm not mistaken, only uses 10%. So power saving in using that, it's a little expensive to build, but I think on the back end you'll save some, simply because you're not having to produce as much power because you're not losing it when you send across. On the other hand, the Tesseracts are great for items, liquids, steam, things like that, because you don't lose on those. So should we do any kind of boilers or reactors with steam power, things like that, we might use that, or we may stay with the dimensional just so that we're keeping in the same network. But anyways, definitely making some good progress, and hope this has been helpful. If you've enjoyed this episode, please click like. If you have any questions or want to make any comments, make sure to leave a comment down below. And if you haven't already signed up, please do subscribe. If you'd like to know when we're posting episodes, you can get that notification if you've subscribed. But most of all, I just hope you enjoyed the show. I hope that you will take care, and God bless. Bye-bye.